Hi everybody, and welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. If your best friend is involved in a cheating incident, would you, a person who doesn't like cheating, stop being friends completely with this person? This one's from user Samurai5764. My 32 male best friend 34 male helped a woman 24 female cheat on the father of her child 1 female. Pretty much the title. My best friend of the last decade helped a girl cheat on the father of her 1-year-old daughter, and I'm having difficulty reconciling the person I knew with the person he's being. For the last decade, I thought we were on the same page morally, ethically, etc. And he knows how much I hate cheating and associated actions. My own family was torn apart by cheating when my parents divorced. And yet, here we are. He helped this girl cheat and is refusing to take any responsibility for his actions. Makes excuses at every turn. Best part is, he rents a room from me in my condo. While I don't want to be a complete a-hole and kick him out, I don't necessarily want to be around him anymore. Honestly, I have to have a buzz from alcohol before I can even tolerate his presence. I know it's probably overkill, but that's how much I hate cheating and how much I can't stand the people that participate in cheating. I don't know if the friendship is able to be salvaged, and I don't know if I want to salvage anything. Well, from what OP tells us, we know he feels very strongly about cheating and anybody involved in a cheating incident of any sort. So much so that he now cannot stand his best friend of 10 years because he was involved in a cheating incident. So let's go take a look at the community comments to see what they have to say, and then of course we have an update to see what OP did. PM me DNA. Cut him off. This is the type of person that has no problem hitting on married people and sees cheating as okay. He's going to be hitting on your girlfriend and wife. Also, those who knowingly help in cheating need to face social consequences. Wasn't me 37 says, if you are married or in any kind of relationship, you should drop him like hot crap. Cat's so perv says, you seem so far removed from the actual situation that it shouldn't be as much of your problem as you're making it. That being said, it's the people you choose to be around and your home, so as long as you're legally in the right, move on? Maybe you can rekindle your friendship when your values align more. I absolutely agree with this last commenter. Whatever OP's former friend or friend did is on him, and it has nothing to do with OP. However, the point of conflict is that OP's values do not align or do not agree with what the roommate did. So now OP obviously feels uncomfortable and like he doesn't want to be with that person in the same room. So what do you think OP's gonna do? Well, let's actually go to the update and see what he did. So, I know not many people read the original post, but I figured I'd give an update anyway. After trying to talk to my friend through October and the beginning of November, I finally threw in the towel when he started being a D on the first anniversary of my father's death. I kicked him out of my place and have had zero contact since. While it hurt to cut off a friendship that had lasted as long as ours did, ultimately I think it's for the best. It's been 26 days since my last drink and I'm feeling more confident every day. I've discovered other friends that have been quietly supporting me and realized they were better friends than my now former roommate. OP's edit. Wow, okay, so my update post blew up and the comments ended up here. I tried to keep things somewhat vague as I don't know if my former roommate or the girl used Reddit. But, screw it. To answer some of the questions, yes, he pursued this girl while she was still in the relationship. Yes, I was involved because he brought the situation into my home before the split from the child's father. This was after I had made it clear that my home was not to be used for their affair. And lastly, this guy and I were basically brothers. We'd been friends for the last 10 years and roommates for the last 5. We were pretty entwined in each other's lives and the whole situation sucked by the end. Okay, well, I stand corrected. When I said that OP wasn't very involved in this thing, the roommate took the affair to OP's house. That does make it his problem. Totally agree with you, OP. Get rid of this guy, and especially because he started being a D after you tried to confront him or talk with him about this thing. No, nothing good can come from that, so let's just move on from that guy And let's move on to another post because there's still time in the video. This one's from user Lace Queen. My grandma punched my husband in the face. So I, 24 female, and my husband, 24 male, allowed my grandma to move in during the summer. Last month, our lease was renewed and she was added onto the lease. The house is basically a duplex where we only share a kitchen and bathroom. We have our own living rooms and we have 2 bedrooms on our side while she has 1. A few days ago, she told me she lost her keys to her side of the house. I told her that she needed to get new locks or new keys. I don't have keys to her side. She said okay. Fast forward to yesterday and my husband comes home to find the doors not only unlocked, but open. We live in the ghetto, so this infuriated me. I sent her a long message saying how this was unacceptable. She came home and immediately started yelling at my husband. She tried to push him, but he didn't move. She tried again and he grabbed her hand. She then proceeded to punch my husband in the face. He didn't move. He didn't hit back. He just walked away. We didn't press charges. I don't think we even can anymore. I don't know what to do. We can't just kick her out now. She's on the lease. And the landlord loves her. At the moment, we are just avoiding and figuring out what we can do. This isn't the first time she's threatened to hit us or has gotten in my face or my husband's. Well, OP, I gotta say, this sounds a little bit weird. I think I need a little bit more information, but from the way you tell it, your grandma is acting very irrational and maybe you should press charges or at least leave like some sort of notification that this happened somewhere so that maybe you can talk to the landlord in the future and get her out of there if she annoys you or bugs you this much. Other than that, I don't know what you could do, so how about we move on to the comment section and see what kind of advice they gave OP to see how she can handle this. Oh, Purdy Cheaty Bang Bang says, it sounds like you need to make plans to move once your lease is up. But out of curiosity, why did you even add her to the lease in the first place? Especially if her being aggressive is a regular occurrence? Melanie Seck says, I don't know her history, but if this forgetfulness and aggressive behavior is new, she might be experiencing a medical problem, possibly beginning dementia? Symphony or Siphone says, you can press charges, I believe. I don't know how that will work out with the lease and who gets to stay or leave. Now you know not to ever let her live with you again. OP's edit. She apologized to my husband, but demanded an apology from him too. Edit 2. Talked to husband. He is going to talk to the landlord and see if we can get her taken off the lease due to domestic violence. We will be going through with filing a restraining order as well as an incident report. Edit 3. Since so many people were mentioning dementia, I agree with you. She's 72 and her mother passed due to dementia. This is why my husband said he won't press charges since he doesn't think jail time would do her any good. But he is still getting a restraining order. I told him no matter what he chooses, I will support him. Okay, well that sounds like pretty good advice from everybody, and apparently what happened in the edits is that they kind of agreed that it could be dementia. She did apologize, but they're still going with the restraining order and incident report. That's what I was trying to say in my first commentary. I forgot the words. Anyways, how about we move on with the update to see what ended up happening. So, that post ended up getting a lot of attention, so I thought I'd update. She most likely has dementia. I talked to family members about what happened and they mentioned their concerns. They were saying things like, she just keeps talking in circles. She can't remember names. She has highs and lows. So I called her doctor since I have taken her to many appointments pre-lockdown. I met her doctor before. I told him what had happened and what my family members have said. She had her appointment yesterday. She didn't tell me what happened. She did mention how she has some follow-up appointments, so maybe he is going to get her the help she needs. Another thing that kind of made me and my husband worried and a little sad, my birthday is coming up and she forgot how old I was turning for a moment. She came back and remembered, but we saw her slip just for a second. Thanks Reddit for helping me see this could be dementia. I'm now sad that I'm going to be slowly losing her. Well, the good thing is that they now know what's going on, so they can maybe stop with all the legal stuff of trying to get her evicted or, the restraining order and all that stuff. And they can focus on the grandma, which, let's face it, there's no cure for this, so it's a process now. Hopefully they'll be able to come together as a family and support their grandmother. And that's as much as we can hope for OP and her family at this moment. And so we've reached the end of the video. I truly hope you guys liked it. If you did, go ahead and click like. Of course, don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Also, here are more videos from my channel that you might enjoy. And having said all that, I will see you guys on the next video.